MovieWeb.com.
All units respond. 4 police officers have been shot.
Where are we on task force? The severity of the situation is such I want cops we can trust.
I want you on the task force. Now, the men who were killed were under your brother's command. Find who killed our guys.
Share your information, hints, hunches, put it in print, and get it to me.
How you figured this went down? You got a lot of firing, very close quarters. That shooter, whoever he was no amateur. Listen, I gotta talk to you about some things. I have not shared this around. I talked to this broad, Lisette. She says it was a cop. She said it was Jimmy.
What I want to know is, when you've got a guy up against a fence and you two are rubbing noses, is that almost as intimate as a sex scene?
Does it become erotic? Does it transcend the world of violence and become about male love?
Does it? I don't know.
I hope it doesn't come across that way. No. No, but you get fairly intimate. I mean, you know, it's fairly intimate. He was great that day. No, what was the question?
Well, it seemed like, as far as shooting it in the moment, just as intimate with that other actor.
Yes,
not for the audience watching it going, wow, this is sexy.
Yeah. No, nor is it sexy to do it. But yeah, I mean, you're in there and it's, you know, you can tell what the other person had for breakfast and you're spitting in each other's faces and it gets fairly aggressive. You know, within the acknowledgement that it's an environment of work and you're both actually on exactly the same team, even though you're representing two different sides of the same coin. Yeah, it was fairly intense that day, sure.
Well, now, in the beginning, when we see you guys playing with the NYPD cops, were they actually cops that were playing on the football
Yeah,
field?
man. Yeah, they were cool. The NYPD football team, I trained with them for, I don't know, I want to say 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 days, somewhere in there. Because I'd never played American football before. I'd never worn a set of pads or anything like that. I'd watched the game for about 15 years. And it's my favourite of the American sports. But playing it was a different kettle of fish all day. I couldn't understand how I couldn't catch a ball. I could not understand. And then it'd be gone. I'd be like, where'd it go? Every time I tried to catch it, because I didn't know this thing, taking it in. So I'd do this, and it'd bounce off my breastplate, and I'd be like, oh, this is embarrassing. And even the foot, this thing, gone on my arse. I was like, what the fuck? What will my feet do with it? I have a newfound respect for the delicacy of the sport. I mean, I always saw it from an outside perspective looking in that it was a bunch of meatheads, but there's a lot of chess that goes on as well. On the defensive line and the offensive line, there's a lot of chess, a lot of watching knuckles and the pressure of knuckles and grass. I couldn't believe the delicacy that was involved in the game. But that was all the NYPD, yes. And they were a big bunch of scary bastards, but they were very nice to me.
I bet they were. Now,
they were cool.
I was reading something this morning about this film, and is it true that when you were talking with the police that they brought out OxyClean, and they said that's how they get blood out of a crime scene? I thought that was just
What's
weird.
OxyClean?
It's like this major power cleaner. They didn't talk to you about that?
No.
It was in the thing I was
really?
reading, so I thought it was
what?
yeah.
Are you serious? Some producer was on Wikipedia and decided to put it in the notes?
Well, no, they were talking to him about it.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
at the scene.
They didn't share that with me. Or maybe they did and I forgot it.
Crime's down, collars up. It's what you wanted. And justifies the means, buddy boy.
Where is my money?
You got anything you want to say to me about what you've done?
I will not apologize for doing what I do.
What are you gonna do, Ray?
You gonna burn down your own house? Blow up everything you worked for?
This ends tonight.
You're a cop, Ray. It's just like us.